Welcome, high school football fans. Can you believe it's the last night of the regular season already? Jim, we've got a beautiful night for football, and we're at a great place, Burgess Field here in Geneva, Illinois.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's bustling here at Geneva tonight. The fans are out in force on a really huge game for Geneva. They come in with a 4-4 record. They need to win this game against a very tough West Aurora team coming in at 6-2. There's a lot of sort of ramifications about the conference changing and things like that. So a lot on the line here for Geneva on their home field on senior night. I would say that gives them certainly some momentum, but they're playing against a very tough West Aurora team.
Yes, they are. You know, Geneva comes in just last week beating Elgin 28-6. And last week, West Aurora beat Bartlett 56-14. Here's who you want to watch in the West Aurora Blackhawks. Number 21, Cameron Denotland. He was out all the last 4 games since week 4. He's a defending 3A high jump champ. Switched from wide receiver to running back, came in with 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. They got a lot of power, and they got some big guys up front. But Geneva, as we know, a very well-disciplined, sound football team.
Yeah, well-coached. Rob Wasinski, I mean, he's been here for a long time, does a great job teaching these kids and coaching these kids. West Aurora had a couple of kids graduate that were phenomenal, had to replace them. They had this kid switch over to running back, and all of a sudden, bam, you know, it sort of clicked. So it should be very interesting tonight. Again, you mentioned it, a beautiful night for football here in Geneva, and I'm really looking forward to calling this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too, and we know that you are as well. So with that, we will be back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
Get ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Welcome, high school football fans. TV 17 Outdoors. Larry Brassfield here with my good friend Jim Gus. Jim, what a beautiful night for football.
Oh, gosh, Larry, what can you say about the weather is perfect. We got a beautiful atmosphere here in Geneva, senior night, and it's just going to be really an exciting football game. Geneva has really everything on the line here, coming in at 4-4. Absolute must-win for them.
Onside kick, fielded across midfield, number 13, Moshe Rogers. Good hands there. Didn't see that one coming.
Interesting call there by Wasinski and the Geneva football team. A little surprised by that, simply because you don't want to give this West Aurora team, who has, from everything I have seen this season, a very dynamic offense, and you don't want to give them good field position to start the football game. But, you know, sometimes you got to roll the dice.
Well, and the other thing, you saw that little rush up, fake, quick kick. So, you know, keeping them off balance. Inside handoff to number 22, Ezekiel Salter on the carrier, really nowhere to go. And in comes number 21, Cameron Denotland. We talked about him in the pregame. Let's keep our eye on him.
Yeah, actually, very good job there, smelling out the play by the Geneva front. It looks like they're playing is it a front 4 there, Larry, from what I can see? It looks like a 4-3. And great penetration there.
Right. Well, you know, and just like Geneva tried to start with the onside kick, the Blackhawks came out in a wildcat formation. Now the quarterback on the roll to the right, down and out, complete across the 40 into Viking territory.
Wow.
This number 3, William Tamaru, a very adept quarterback, just a sophomore for these Blackhawks. They've got a couple real studs, sophomores, playing up to keep our eye on.
Well, the thing I noticed is, you know, you run the ball on first down, you come back with the play action fake, and he rolls out and throws a beautiful pass out there in the flat.
Number 32, Trevon Tittle in the backfield, joined with Denotland now. Again, a play action pass, pressure and sacked at midfield. Number 2 for the Vikings, Cole Campbell.
Yeah, good penetration there, and I'm not sure if he was looking for a screen play or something where you you let that penetration come through, but there was nothing doing there, and a big loss of about 10 yards there for the Geneva defense, and it'll be interesting to see how West Aurora reacts to that. I would think, typically you try to get some of that penalty back, but it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
And with that, the Blackhawks going to take an early timeout, and so will we. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
So after the timeout, the Blackhawks come straight to the line of scrimmage. Viking defense shuffles back out. Blackhawks looking at 2nd and 20 after that big loss. Tamaru in a pistol formation with Denotland deep. Slot left receiver formation. That's Denotland off the right side. Boy, you see the quickness and athleticism there.
Well, it's really something to behold. What I noticed immediately with his running style is he's got a huge stride, and he looks like a hurdler. And you mentioned he was a track star, I believe, in the high jump, but he looked like a high hurdler there coming out of the backfield, and there he got that penalty back.
He really did. Got a 9 of the 10 yards lost. Misdirection here near to the side. Out near the first down marker, number 9, Jaquan Buchanan. Okay.
Not sure what that is.
Could see the defense went with the fake to Denotland. They gave it to the receiver on inside handoff, Buchanan, and that is against the Blackhawks. Going to set them back once again. But boy, I tell you what, they're shooting themselves in the foot, but you see the speed this West Aurora offense has.
So they're short of the first down there. Do they decline this? And no, they do not. They're going to take the penalty.
Oh, yeah, I would think so, because you would have gave them 4th and 1 and a certain would have gone for it.
I guess it would have been 4-down territory, but here you give this dynamic West Aurora offense another chance here on 3rd and about 11. It'll be interesting to see what they come out with on this one.
Again, another pistol formation with Denotland deep, right up the middle, nowhere to go. Good defense by the Vikings up front. It all starts with penetration, right, Jim?
Yeah, so I think you play the field position game here and punt the ball, try to pin Geneva down, but let's see what West Aurora decides to do here.
I don't think they are punting. Had the privilege of calling the Blackhawks over Glenbard East in week 2. Can't remember if the quarterback handled the punting chores for him or not. Regardless, they are going for it on 4th and 11 from the Viking 39-yard line, shifting into a 4-receiver set.
Delay of game.
And you
Now
would
they're
think
gonna-
now they're going to have to
punt.
punt. You would think so.
Now they called another timeout.
Wow. We'll take one, too. Back in a moment.
Summer may be over, but the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center will be open until October 31st. There's still time to enjoy the go-karts on our beginner course, as well as the slick track for the experienced drivers. Then walk over to the spectacular mini golf course for a round or two with your friends. And don't forget, the bumper boats and water wars are ready for those warm Indian summer evenings and weekends. Remember, the Fun Center is open until Halloween and is conveniently located on Route 47 and Jericho Road in Sugar Grove.
Welcome back to Burgess Field on a gorgeous Friday night for football. The visiting West Aurora Blackhawks going to go for it on 4th and 11 from the Geneva 39-yard line. Tamaru passes, broken up nicely by the defender there. That's number 1, Ian Hansen, out of the secondary. It's a great play.
Yeah, Moshe Rogers looked like he had his hands on the football, but the contact was at about the same time the ball arrived, and he wasn't able to hang on. And again, as I sort of reiterate, playing the field position game, now you're giving Geneva pretty darn good field position here on their first drive.
Well, not only does that going for it on 4th 11 show confidence in your offense, but also in your defense. And let's see if it's justified. Tough sledding up the middle by the fullback, Riley Waldock. We'll be seeing his name a lot here tonight.
Sorry about that, Larry. Bobby Murray, their quarterback, and starting with the run right away on the initial play of their first offensive series, handing off with not a lot of room there.
Now from a shotgun formation, man going in motion to the far side, fakes a quick hitter here to the near side, pressured and run out of bounds. And again, I'm going to comment on the team speed. This West Aurora defense, and well, they've got it on both sides of the ball. Excellent team speed.
Cameron Lewis Walker checking in at 6'1", 300 pounds. Scurried across the field pretty quickly as he gets substituted for here on 3rd down and about 6.
Oh, there's a give to the tailback,
and he's going to have it.
Field. Yes, he does. And that's Riley Waldock once again.
Yeah,
he's a mainstay of this.
6'2".
Yes, he is. You know, it's kind of interesting because we've been calling Geneva football for years and years, Jim, and usually it's been a very much a tailback-oriented ground game, but not so much anymore with number 10. Quarterback keep here working the left side this time, hit hard, but he gained 5.
Bobby Murray not afraid to stick his nose in there in the middle of the defense. You got some pretty big dudes there on the West Aurora front defensive line, but he was not shy at all on that run and picked up a nice gain of 5 yards. We'll be interested to see if he continues to do that as the night goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll come back to that, but the Blackhawks come out, and you don't see a lot of teams playing a 3-4-D, but they've got the personnel for it. They've got 3 big guys up front. Now this is a give to the tailback. Ante Jones on the carry, nowhere really to go.
Forward progress is going to give him about a yard here, it looks like, Larry, bringing up a 3rd down. But as you had mentioned, not only are these guys stout, they can move. These West Aurora front 3 are athletic as well as stout.
Well, and let me run through that in the middle. You got number 75, Fabian Bartholonzo, the north nose guard at 285, and the ends are bigger. Murray on a roll, complete, knocked out of bounds. Great pass and catch. Jacob Temple with the reception there. Jim, a well-timed pass and completion.
Yeah, they got the quarterback rolling out. He obviously seems very comfortable in that position. He throws a strike to Temple, who was actually well covered, but was positioned on the outside shoulder, and an easy 1st down here for Geneva as they are moving the ball.
Levante Jones in the tailback position. It looks like those 3 big guys, 2 of them jumped across the line of scrimmage. That'll be a free 5 yards for the Vikings.
Yeah, the defense moved when the left end went in motion, and they were fooled by that. And Larry, I don't know how many times you and I have done games, but what do we say? You gotta watch the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and back to the big guys up front. Number 93, Cameron Lewis Walker, 6'1", 300. The nose guard checks in at 285. The right end, Denver Warren, 295. But I tell you what, this Viking offensive line is opening up some holes.
Yeah, they're getting a good push, and this running back is he's sort of sneaky quick actually. number 10, Riley Waldock, and so far he's had some very impressive runs early on here.
Well, now Waldock does line up at the tailback position out of a power I, nowhere to go. It's kind of interesting because that time it was a power I with Waldock in the tailback, but now you see number 31, he's the sneaky fast one. So Waldock will go to the fullback, and Levante Jones will probably dot the I from the tail.
Yeah, that's interesting that maybe West Aurora scouting that formation sort of knew it was going to be Waldock all the way.
Good point. I formation, slot left receiver. Murray under center. Motion here to the near side. Short drop, slant pass. Tipped and nearly intercepted. They got away with the break there. It was a good pattern, just a little bit high off the receiver's hands, and fortunately fell incomplete into the secondary.
Malik Strickland will probably have nightmares about that one because the ball was tipped, and it's just one of those plays where you either get it or you don't. In this case, he didn't, but he is probably just wondering why I didn't intercept that.
Well, part of that, though, is I think with the tip ball, kind of he mistimed his jump.
Yep, that's what it looked like from here, too.
So now a power I out of a shotgun. Bootleg right, Murray on the roll, complete. Push out of bounds, never comes down. One of the captains, Zach Pronenko. Nothing like a good bootleg action, Jim.
Yeah, it was really, it was a nice-looking play. He obviously went with the bootleg, and Pronenko, not afraid of contact, picked up a couple of extra yards there, getting him in a makeable fourth down situation here.
Fourth and short, and that's Waldock picking up the first down and more inside the 10. Boy, and this is really turning into quite a matchup. You know, we've talked about those three big guys up front for the Blackhawks, but the Vikings are winning the line of scrimmage here early.
Yeah, and they're as the game goes on and they continue to run up the middle, the West Aurora may make some adjustments, bringing in some linebackers on the run blitz, is what I would predict.
Absolutely. Waldock on the carry. Looks like he made about the 7-yard line. But, yeah, you know, back to the defensive scheme, when you've got that 3-4, very naturally to have one or two of those inside linebackers blitzing, especially if they're not stopping the run with the penetration.
Well, so far, Murray's had time.
Yes, he has.
If he's going to throw the ball, he's had time to do it.
Waldock again pressing down to the 5-yard line.
Ronnie Waldock, the ball carrier. Brought down by...
And interesting that Murray is heading to the sideline to get play calls. A little bit of an old-fashioned sort of a thing that you don't see a lot anymore in high school or college, for that matter. You see the plays being called in from the sideline.
Well, and it looks like, you know, Coach Wasinski is really doing a good job of working a lot of subs in. Quick drop, corner pass, in and out of the receiver's hands.
Outstanding defense there. Got a hand on the ball at the last second, or that ball was laid in there perfectly. Would have been a touchdown, but some last-second heroics there by Malik Strickland knocks the ball away.
And it looks like the Vikings bring out the kicking team, and Mr. Everything, Riley Waldock, we were watching him in warm-ups. He was hitting him from 30 yards plus. So he should certainly have the leg with the ball well positioned in the middle of the field. So this is going to be a 27-yard field goal attempt.
Oh, he nailed that.
He sure did. Home team is out to an early lead. We'll be back with the kickoff after this here on TV 17.
Kubota's Orange Opportunity Sales event is going on now at your local Kubota dealer. Kubota's Grand L series gives you a higher level of comfort and ease of operation. With a Kubota diesel engine and your choice of 3 state-of-the-art transmissions, see how a Kubota Grand L series can make your tough jobs easier. Now, get financing as low as 0% APR for up to 84 months or up to $1,000 in customer instant rebates.
Welcome back to Burgess Field. It's senior night in a must-win game for the Vikings to make the playoffs. They came out with an onside kick, so you never know what's going to happen here. Wild duck. Oh, psych. Another pooch. Boy, I tell you what, they created the chaos like they were hoping to.
Yeah, I saw a flag thrown in there at the
Was
last.
it a flag or a beanbag?
Well, I don't know. It looked like a flag, but West Aurora got the football. Maybe that was just to mark the spot. I don't know.
I actually thought it might have been a beanbag, which sometimes, oh, no, you're right.
No flag. He's waving it off.
Well, you know, they've got something there, and you know what? Waldock kicks that ball. He places it very, very well. Barely had it pooching and falling right at the 10-yard mark. The guy didn't field it cleanly, and he got hit. West Aurora's lucky to retain possession. Now, we saw number 32, Trevon Little, earlier. Lone back, fake to him, and give and cross-buck action. Ezekiel Salter on the carry.
Late flag. What's that about? Face mask, maybe? I don't know what that could be.
Fracas?
No, there was no fracas.
I love that term. I played with the guy whose last name was Fracas.
Personal foul.
Oh, there was some sort of fracas going on. We didn't
He
see.
called it very quickly at the end of the play. Yeah, dead ball. So after the play, and that Rob Wasinski does not coach that type of football. Very surprising to see an undisciplined play by Geneva, but West Aurora picks up a free 15 there. Let's see what they do with it.
Tamaru quickly to the line. Tittle again in the backfield. This is him up the front. And boy, I tell you what, we talk about the speed. Well, he's the power in the power and speed combination there.
They're showing him at 5'10", 220 pounds. That's a load as a running back, Larry.
Especially at the high school level. Fake to him, and this is Salter again. You know, they've run that play a few times. Tough to defend because...
Sort of a misdirection.
Yep. Well, and you got the 220-pound fullback with speed pounding it up the middle. You got to stop him. And if you don't, you give it to Salter on the cross-buck action. And he's got speed to kill. So now they come back in the pistol formation with Denotland deep, dotting the I. He's got the give off the left guard. Breaking through to the secondary, still on his feet. All the way down inside the 10 with the shoestring. Touchdown, saving tackle.
Again, it's he was hit 2 or 3 times, and he's such a long and lean guy. I don't know why you wouldn't want to go around the knees or the ankles to try to bring him down, but he showed some toughness there, bouncing off a couple of tackles and some nifty moves, getting him all the way down in the red zone there for a 1st and goal.
Boy, he really is some kind of athlete, man.
It's exciting to watch.
He's going to be playing at the next level. Tamaru under center with the 2-back set. Salter again off the right side. Spins, working his way inside the 5.
Looked like Dennis Savard with the spinorama there. And it actually was pretty effective because it kept him on his feet.
Well, and the other thing was, the defensive end did a good job of maintaining contain. So he hit him, spun back to the inside, cut it up, and gained yardage. That's the big guy. Nowhere to go. Ball's on the ground. Tamaru recovers. Loss of down. Pushed back all the way down to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
Trayvon Little took a shot, jarred the ball loose. Heads up play by the quarterback there to pick up the loose ball, but it backs up West Aurora to a 3rd and goal back. Gosh sakes, they're almost, what is that, about the 8 or 9 yard line there, Lair?
Yes, they are. Great penetration by the Viking defense there. Pistol formation, Denotland on the give, picking his way through the middle, inside the 5. Took a shot, paid for it, but they're back down to that 3.
He's probably saying, gosh sakes, I never got hit that hard doing the high jump. I don't know about this football thing. He took a couple of shots there. Defending. Looked like he might have been a little shaken up, but he's staying. Nope, he's coming out now. He'll have to get used to that physicality of the football game as opposed to jumping over a bar.
We've got another personnel mix-up, and the Blackhawks are taking their 3rd and final timeout here in the first quarter. We'll be back with 4th and goal after this here on TV 17.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
Welcome back to Burgess Field here in Geneva, Illinois, with 4th and goal from the 4. West Aurora Blackhawks come out in a pistol formation. Number 9 carries it all the way in for a score.
They went with the Wildcat with Jaquan Buchanan. A little bit of a cross-up here.
Well, we mentioned the personnel mix-up and kind of a change of communication there that led them to using their timeout. They thought about it, came back with the Wildcat. We saw that earlier, but boy, they've got weapons all over the place on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that was a nifty little run there by Jaquan and putting it in the end zone.
Spot is down in the block of the point after. So it's the Blackhawks 6, Vikings 3. Back after this here on TV 17.
20 years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Welcome back to TV 17. Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gus on a beautiful night to finish off the regular season. And we got a ball game on our hands, folks. Jaquan Buchanan took it in from the Wildcat formation for the first touchdown of the night for the Blackhawks, who scrub kick it themselves back at the Vikings. Interesting. Neither team is kicking it deep tonight, Jim.
Maybe that's because it's not their regular kicker, or who knows? Are they afraid of those run-back guys from Geneva? Well, any way you shake it. Geneva with very good field position here to start this drive.
Oh, yeah, I tell you what, this has been a very fast-moving first quarter. The Vikings marched in their opening possession and ended up capitalizing with a field goal. That's Jones through the middle, picking up good yardage. And then the Blackhawks put together a pretty good drive in spite of a couple penalties and fumbles. Buchanan took it in, point after was blocked, and that will conclude the first quarter of play with the visiting Blackhawks leading by a score of 6-3. Second quarter after this here on TV 17.
Love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil, without the guilt, and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Imagine mountains of piping hot French fries, crisp, snap-apart onion rings, golden fried chicken wings, guilt-free. Introducing the Power Air Fryer XL, the 6-in-1 revolutionary kitchen miracle with one-touch technology that fries with superheated cyclonic air, with little to no oil and up to 80% less fat.
We're so sure you're going to love your Power Air Fryer XL. You can try it risk-free in your home for 60 days. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back for a refund, no questions asked.
This special offer will end without notice, so you must call or go online right now.
To order, go 1-800-384-1549 or go to powerairfryer.com. This offer is not available in stores, so don't delay. Call now.
Here to start the second quarter, Geneva Vikings turn it around. Quarterback Bobby Murray launches a post pattern out, just overthrown for Ian Hansen. Nice way to make sure the defense is staying on their toes, Jim.
Well, unfortunate for Geneva is the receiver was open there. He overthrew him just a hair, or else that would have been 6 points because he had the West Aurora defender beat there.
Don't you think that part of that, though, is I think he threw it a little bit early, although the receiver was open. I think he threw it early before the receiver broke. Regardless, Vikings looking at 3rd and 5 from their own 42-yard line. That's Waldock from the fullback position this time. Picks up a few. This will be interesting. You think they're going to punt on 4th and 2?
Well, I don't know. I don't think either team has a punter.
It looks like Coach did not even hesitate. No. Bobby Murray taking the play call back in.
I don't think either team has a punter.
I don't know how you can have this big of a squad and this important of a game knowing what field position really is. I think this is confidence. Murray on a roll to the left, out of the shotgun. He's going to run, picks up the first down and crosses midfield. I think the key to that play, Jim, was he made his decision quickly. Now look at this. Quick no huddle, trying to keep the defense on their toes. From the left hash, quick hitter. That's Hansen once again. Looks like they've got pretty good chemistry, and he goes to him a lot.
Yeah, it was a nice play. Quick to the line, quick play call, and a quick pass out to Hansen for another first down for Geneva.
Again, quick no huddle, up-tempo pace. You got to like by the Vikings. Murray from the gun. Post pattern again on the other side. Late flag comes in. Pass was intended for Temple.
Tavares' cheeks on the coverage there was sort of draped over the back of the receiver, and it didn't take long for that back official to throw the flag. And I believe in high school is a 15-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken.
Cheeks is the great nephew of the NBA great Maurice. At least that's my story.
And you're sticking with it?
Yeah, when's the last time you heard that name? It was the first thing I thought of, Jim. Waldock pumping through. And again, I'm going to compliment this Viking offensive line, but, not surprised. This, a very well-run program we've talked about for years and years. And it all starts with good line play up front.
Yep, I think they know what's on the line tonight. A must-win for them, and they're playing like they have to win.
From the tailback position this time on the pitch is big guy Riley. Boy, he's a horse.
It's been a very, very clean football game so far. I mean, we've had a couple of flags, but nothing major. An interference call and then, some minor plays, but so far, just really well-played football game on both sides of the ball. Geneva with a nice drive going here down in the red zone.
Looking at 3rd and 5. Murray on a roll. To the end zone, down to the goal line. Just incomplete. Don't know if it was a back shoulder throw or just a little short. Intended for Temple again.
Jacob Temple, unfortunately, didn't turn around soon enough, or he would have been able to, I think, react on that ball. I think Murray was throwing it to a spot there, hoping that Temple would react to it and come back for it. And nothing doing there, and it looks like they got the field goal squad out there.
Yes, they do. Mr. Versatile lining up at fullback, tailback, and now a place kicker. Made a shorter one earlier. This will be a 35-yarder low snap. Boy, I tell you what, the low snap, they had a hard time getting the spot, so the kick goes incomplete, but that's not on the kicker, I don't think.
No, that was not his fault. The snap was into the ground, and the holder, number 3, Owen Pawelko, was unable to get a hold of it and get it set up for the kicker, and he went ahead and took a shot at it, but it just wasn't meant to be on that one.
And that would have tied it. As you mentioned, West Aurora did not convert on their point after attempt, so the lead is only 3. Tamaru shifts the offense around. Salter's on his right hip. 3 receivers set. Quick hitter to the left side, complete. Picks up about 7. Good second effort there.
Latrell Slater, nice catch and run, and Tamaru throwing into what I would consider pretty tight coverage, but he threw a bullet in there, and that was a nice play.
I tell you what, he is a good-looking quarterback too. 6'2", 180, but very composed for a sophomore. That may have been Denotland on the carry.
Yeah, Denotland looks like he could break a long one at any time. I don't know if you're sort of sensing the same thing, but if he gets a seam or any sort of open field, Katie bar the door. Yeah.
Just incredible athlete. Fresh set of downs. That's Buchanan off the trap play, working the far side. One man to beat, cuts it back across the 30, inside the 20, tripped up, fall down.
A touchdown saving tackle. Holy mackerel.
It's number 7, Max McClellan, with the proverbial shoestring touchdown saving tackle. But tell you what about the burst by Buchanan?
I think that may have been Ian Hansen that made the tackle, number 1.
It may have been. I thought it was 7, but Hansen is in the secondary.
I'm not questioning you, Larry, but that was just what I had that's what it looked like to me, number 1, making that touchdown saving tackle.
Get another weapon, this time number 20, Cameron Moore, out of the backfield for the Blackhawks.
And sometimes in football, you never know. A touchdown saving tackle like that could change the football game, because you just never know. I mean, you see it at all levels. You think it's going to be a touchdown, the next thing you know, they gotta earn it.
Well, and they're giving their defense a chance to make a stand. There's no gimmies here, that's for sure. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. That's Denotland working the left side with nowhere to go. Number 45, Daniel Majewski from the linebacker. That's a great name for a linebacker, Majewski.
Anything with ski in the end, I am all for it. Being a born and bred Grabowski guy.
There you go. Quick call by the Blackhawks. 3rd and 6. No gain at all for Denotland there. Tamara with the 2-back set. Roll out here on the right side. Underthrown, intended for Tittle. And that...
Yeah, that was a poorly thrown ball there by Tamaro, who he knows it, and he's going to pat his receiver on the back and say, hey, I'll get you next time. So what are they doing here? They don't have a field goal kicker. He's off playing a World Cup soccer game somewhere, I heard.
Well, and back to your point of how huge that touchdown-saving tackle was, they could turn away here on 4th and goal from the 6. From the pistol, Tamru spins, dumps the pass. The receiver caught the ball and then fumbled. Ended up going out of bounds, so that touchdown-saving tackle could indeed be the difference you talked about, Jim.
Yeah, so that's why, I think about Don Beebe running 98 yards to catch Leon Lett, even though the game was out of reach.
Yeah.
But you just never, ever know. It happened to a Bears player this year. Had an interception or a turnover?
Well, and he stopped running. The defender didn't give up.
And the defender didn't give up and cost the Bears a touchdown.
And kudos to Coach Wasinski, and we're going to give the credit on that to number 1, Ian Hansen, and captain out of the secondary, looming large, keeping it just a 3-point deficit. So now they took over at the 6-7 yard line. So they got a long ways to go. And you questioned rather, whether they've got a punt or not. They're going to really need to pick up some yardage here. Murray on a roll, got a nice block. Time to get the pass off, and it's complete. Falling out of bounds is Jack Krieger as he makes a completion, but nice reception there.
That's a big play to get them out of the hole, and a beautiful block because the Geneva quarterback was just about to get sacked, I felt, and there was a beautiful block in the backfield to give the quarterback time to throw the football.
Sure did, and the Vikings sustained this upbeat tempo, even though Murray's still continuing to come to the sideline for the play, but they will get this call off quickly and be back up to the line looking at 2nd and 10 from their own 18-yard line. I must have jinxed them. They got a personnel situation, and Riley Waldock finally works his way back in. Power eye right. Give us to the tailback. I believe that's Troy Tams, number 17 on the carry.
That was Troy Tams, and a nice job there by the Geneva offensive line. And they are starting to wear down, I sense, this West Aurora defensive line a little bit.
Yeah, we've commented how the Blackhawks have a very noticeable size advantage, but the Viking offensive line is playing cohesive and quick, executing blocks and opening up holes, and that's what football is all about. Tams again from the tailback out near the first down marker.
And I think he's going to get it.
They're moving the chains, and the band strikes up from the south end zone. You always like a good band, don't you, Jim?
Yep, absolutely. No question about it. And you mentioned the Geneva offensive line being able to make some space for their running backs. Actually, they're dominating right now.
That's where the game is won or lost oftentimes. Short drop for Murray. Here to the near side. Great hands catch. Krieger again. Boy, he jumped and caught it in his fingertips and held on.
Yeah, that was a nice play. The quarterback got that out quickly to the receiver, and he made a nice, good hands catch. I like those hands catch plays by the receivers.
Well, a lot of times, yeah, you'll see a ball bounce if the guy's trying to catch it off his body. Very natural. Off tackle right. Tams again, but a flag comes in from the back judge.
And that's going to be a holding call.
Almost always.
Yeah, when it comes from that location.
And the guy in the white hat.
That one's coming back.
Yep. You know, we've talked, at length about the number of offensive weapons this West Aurora Blackhawk offense has, but tell you what, Geneva also has a nice little change of pace. Waldock going from tailback to fullback. You got Levante Jones and now Troy Tams. Three-headed running attack for the Vikings. Murray from the shotgun, that ball's popped free. I'm thinking they're going to rule that incomplete.
They are calling it incomplete.
Good call.
The side judge runs in and immediately calls that incomplete. But what could have happened is that ball popped up a little bit. It could have been intercepted, but it wasn't. Fortunate for Geneva on that it didn't get grabbed there by one of the West Aurora defenders. Brings up a third and about 9 yards here. So forces them into a passing situation. Can West Aurora put any pressure on this Geneva quarterback? They haven't been able to do it so far.
Deep drop, rolling left, complete to Waldock. Pushed out of bounds.
He's going to be short of the first. And I don't think they're punting. I honestly, I don't think they have a punter. They're going for it.
Boy, this deep in your own territory, under 4 minutes to play, we do see a personnel substitution of 3 or 4 players.
In there, though.
I'm surprised. A lot of confidence in both your O-line and your D. Going forward here, Waldock.
And he's got it.
Give credit to the big guys up front. That is all the offensive line and Waldock running behind them.
Yeah.
Gutsy call by Coach 2.
Yeah, there are no punts in this football game.
Murray from the shotgun. Pressured, running up the middle.
Fumbled. Looked like the ball was loose, but he got it back.
75. Brought down by May. 3-yard gain.
Bounced right back up into his hands. That was fortunate.
Big break for the Vikings here to maintain possession. Actually picking up 3. Power eye right. Tams from the tailback takes it off tackle right. Good second effort, picking up the first down. And Jim, I cannot begin to tell you the number of times at a Geneva football game I have called off tackle right. It is a staple of this offense.
Yeah, and they're showing Tams as a, they aren't showing him as a running back, but he's looking pretty darn good as a running back right now. They're showing him as a tight end and a defensive back.
Shotgun pistol formation. Bootleg left. Pass is complete. Hit hard about the 40-yard line. Fernenko on the reception. Stays inbound. Clock continues to run. Will be second and short.
Yeah. West Aurora is being outplayed right now, and they are actually being physically beaten.
High formation, give to Waldock off the right side. He busts through to the secondary. All the way down, and he is going to score. Touchdown. Touchdown, Vikings. Boy, he's a big guy, but he really showed great acceleration once he got through to the secondary, Jim.
Yep, and now he gets to stay out there and add the extra point.
Very impressed by the big man's breakaway speed. Once he got through the linebackers, off to the races. And we've talked about that team speed over there. He outran some fast guys.
Yep. Well, right now, Geneva is dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the point after is good. Vikings 10, Blackhawks 6.
Pretty
Back
impressive
after this.
athlete.
He sure is.
Remember when you were a kid? You liked getting dirty and building things? There were no limits. You could move mountains. The John Deere 1 Series subcompact tractor. The way grown-ups move mountains. And with AutoConnect implements, it's the easiest tractor to use yet.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers. See these products in our complete lineup of John Deere equipment at our location at Route 20 and 47, Hampshire.
Welcome back to Burgess Field here in Geneva, Illinois. A beautiful night for football. Number 10 doing it all for the Vikings. Riley Waldock will kick off after scampering for a nice long touchdown run and then putting the point after through. Now the first couple kickoffs have been pooched over about 10 yards to the right sideline. This is a deep kick and will not be returned. Jim, you talked about the athleticism he's got. That was a strong kick. No chance of a return. So an impressive drive by the Geneva Vikings. We had talked about them winning the line of scrimmage, but now they're going to have to stop this West Aurora offense with just over 2 minutes left to play here in the first half. Play action pass dumped to Tittle, falling incomplete.
Tamaru's having a very hard time getting the ball released, and he's thrown 2 balls right into the turf that should be relatively easy throws. So I don't know if he's just having some sort of playing some head games or what's going on, but the last couple of passes have not been good.
Well, I think give credit to this Viking defensive line. They're getting good penetration, throwing off the timing, then rushing it. There's Denotlin off the left side. Still on his feet. Wow. Still on his feet.
He got a first down,
which stops the clock till they reset the markers and set the ball. But boy, second and third effort, and then they just got into a rugby scrum over there and couldn't bring him down.
That's what it looked like. But give credit to the running back for continuing to move forward to get that first down for his team there.
Now this was Salter on the carry.
Nice tackle there by number 45, Daniel Majewski. Got him low. He might be a wrestler.
Playing linebacker, you'd hope so. This is Denotlin off the left side. Picks up a few, but good swarming team defense by the Vikings there.
And West Aurora has burned all their timeouts, so they're going to have to be creative here with the clock. Brings up a third down and about 5 here.
Well, in fact, we commented on that. They used all 3 timeouts in the first quarter. A couple were personnel situations, and they're paying for it now because they would like to be able to stop the clock on their own merit, but they can't. Tamaru lofts it down the field, in and out of the hands. Rodarius Lomax
And
that ball hung in the air, I think, just a little too long.
it looked like he didn't time his jump quite correctly. Number 4 there for West Aurora, Darius Lomax. It looked like he jumped a little early because it was a well-thrown ball. So looks like West Aurora is going to punt.
So as we debated and kind of rhetorically asked, the Blackhawks do have a punter. He's wearing number 7. He's one of the captains, Zachary Jacobson. Who we got deep at the 35-yard line. I can't make a number out for the Vikings return man. Nice high spiraling punt fielded at the 30 with the fair catch. And that was Hansen. Sure hand. So the Vikings will get the ball with 43 seconds left to play here in the first half.
So what does Wyszynski do here? Is he aggressive and try to put some more points on the board here before the half? I would say absolutely.
I would say why not? He's got 43 seconds, all 3 timeouts. And Murray's done well, you know, and I think he's best when he's on the roll, coming out of that play-action roll kind of look.
And his football team's playing really well right now.
Yes, they are. 3 receivers set. Murray, straight drop from the gun, steps up, fires it over midfield.
And they have all 3 of their timeouts.
They do. They won't need one here, and that's Hansen once again. 2-way starter, game touchdown saving tackle. More and more impressed by the more I see number 1 too. Murray on a roll, complete to Waldock, pushed out of bounds. Very efficient. They haven't burned a timeout yet, and remember that leg that Waldock has showed us.
Yeah, I would say he's pretty much automatic from 40 yards in.
I don't know if I'd use the word automatic with any high school kicker, because it's not just, you know, as we saw earlier, you got to get the snap and the spot down too. But he's got a strong leg, that is for sure. Murray, again from the gun. Waldock, pushed out of bounds, but after he gets into Blackhawk territory all the way down to the West Aurora 43-yard line. This is a really good quick use of time off. I was going to call it a 2-minute offense, but they took over with 40-some seconds. But that's what we call it, right? It's a 2-minute offense?
Still a 2-minute.
Okay.
Hurry up.
Hurry up offense. Thank you. Murray rolling from the gun. Waldock, he pumps it. He's going to run and gets out of bounds. And there's could have been a flag.
He may have had some contact after he left the playing field.
Well, I think the contact was initiated as they went out, and it wasn't malicious, but just hung on and then kind of went to the ground a few yards out of bounds.
13 seconds to go. What does Geneva do here?
Well, I tell you what, those quick down and outs with Waldock coming out of the, I'd keep my eye on number 10. Or a crossing pattern over the middle. They do have a timeout to use. Murray under pressure, deep down the right sideline. Hansen with the great leaping catch. Complete about the 10-yard line. 7 seconds left on the clock.
So they can run one play.
You read my mind. He
And
does
then-
have a timeout.
Yeah, they can run one play, and then if they don't make it here, they can bring out the field goal team. Impressive.
Sure. Well, when we talk about high school football and a big change momentum, that was Big Mo right there. And they are, in fact, going to run one play and shoot for the end zone, you would think. Play action pass, complete to Waldock. In for the score. What a great gutsy call. Touchdown. Touchdown, Viking.
And that could be a dagger when you think about. I mean, you do have a whole another half of football to play, but that can be just very demoralizing for a team.
And think about this. West Aurora had the opening kickoff, so Geneva will have the ball to start the third quarter. Mr. Everything, Waldock puts it through, extending the lead to a score of 17-6. Vikings over the Blackhawks. Back after this here on TV 17.
Well, there's cell phones, jewelry, TVs, and baby clothes, computers, arcade games, MP3s, and stereos, backpacks, jackets, toys, and fresh produce, eye exams, appliances, rugs, and cowboy boots, good food, drink, shades, and pet accessories, fragrances, massages, hats, music, DVDs, custom shirts, beds, purses, and socks galore, dresses, blankets, dollar items, and so much more. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Find anything from anywhere, from the common to the rare. There's good times to share at 7 Mile Fair. Opens at 9 until 5. Located in Caledonia, right off the I. Where weekends mean bargains, 7 Mile Fair.
For the Vikings.
Welcome back to Burgess Field here in beautiful Geneva, Illinois, on a perfect night for football. And we have got a great game to conclude this regular season of football here in the 9th week. Geneva Vikings came in as a bit of an underdog, 4-4 in a must-win situation, facing a 6-2 West Aurora Blackhawk team, but at 4-4 needing a victory to get into the playoffs, and they have impressed thus far. Waldock just line drive kick down the middle of the field, finally covered and returned as the horn sounds. That's Buchanan across the 40 and tackled at the 45-yard line. What a great first half of football we have seen by your home team, the Geneva Vikings. We'll be back with the second half after this here on TV 17.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
Welcome back, high school football fans. Larry Brasco with Jim Gust. And Jim, I think that's the best first half of football we've seen all year, and how fitting on the last game of the regular season.
Yeah, I would say I'm not sure what the expectations were by each head coach, but I would think Rob Wyszynski is extremely pleased with the play of his team in every aspect, special teams, offense, defense. It was really a dominating half.
It really, really was. You know, we mentioned it before. Geneva comes in 4-4, supposedly by record the underdog, needing an absolute must-win to make the playoffs. And they dominated, as you say, the first half. And they have the ball to start here in second half. Good field position also, starting from the 35-yard line.
Yeah, they come right out doing what they've been doing the whole game, and that's running the football. And the so-called tight end, Troy Tams, running it up the gut for a solid 4-yard gain.
And this time off left tackle, picking up the first down is Tams once again. And you know, let's give credit to the big guys up front I tell you, the two in particular I've been most impressed with so far, the center, number 51, Jacob Ullman, and then the left tackle, Alexander Ruth, 6'3", 240, in a noticeable size disadvantage, but they are quick, they are cohesive, and they're playing as a five-man unit, and they are very effectively opening holes so they can run the ball and pass it here as well. That's Murray on a roll, complete to number 7, McLaughlin again. McLuhan, forgive me.
I'd like to have been a fly on the wall when Troy Tams goes into the coach's office and tells the coach or suggests, you know, coach, I'm really not enjoying playing tight end.
I doubt it very much. It was him going into the coach's office. You know, who knows? Maybe he was just doing such a good job running with the ball after receiving it from the tight end. But, you know, and really, we've talked about it. They've got 3 good running backs, and they're doing a good job of changing them up. Because Waldock lining up at fullback, leading the way for Tams. And then in other times, Levante Jones lines up at tailback. Or you put Waldock in the tail.
Yeah, and then on that play, you throw another tight end in there, number 2, Cole Campbell, and he runs it up the gut. So they've got some versatile tight ends on this team.
Well-balanced, deep team. And it looks like they are near the first down. Thought he had it, actually, but just short. Can be third and less than a yard. But an impressive opening drive thus far here to start the third quarter.
Nothing fancy. I mean, they're running it up the gut and challenging this West Aurora defense. And that's an official's timeout for what? I don't know.
I would imagine they're actually going to bring the chains in.
They are going to measure.
Which is just as well if you're Geneva. First down it is. So it actually gives them a chance to take a couple deep breaths and call play.
They should start the clock immediately. I haven't seen it start yet, but a little surprised it hasn't. There's the signal.
Straight to the line, the offense comes, and it's the power eye right with Tams in the tailback position. Off the right tackle again.
Yeah, Geneva is basically saying, stop us. They are running the ball exclusively up the middle. A couple of little misdirection plays, but basically right up the middle. They are challenging West Aurora's defense, and right now they are winning that challenge.
No doubt about it. Tams again hitting the backfield, but still driving forward for positive yards. You know, the other part of it is with this ground-based attack, the clock keeps running.
Yep. Well, number 43 made a nice play there, Denver Warren from West Aurora, and they needed that, and they're going to need a couple of more plays because they're in 4-down territory. Actually, Geneva, it didn't matter where the ball is on the field, they're in 4-down territory today.
Well, and the way Waldock kicks.
Yeah, and that's going to cost them.
Yep.
Made a nice play on defense and then just coughed up 5 with the encroachment.
Boy, and I tell you what, though, Denver Warren, 6'3", 295, athletic, and just a sophomore.
Bobby Murray with the hard count there. And it wasn't just 43 that moved. The entire front line of West Aurora jumped.
And that's when you know it's a good hard count. Absolutely. So now, yeah, the luxury of a play call on 3rd and 1, a conventional I formation. Tams still in the tailback position. Waldock hit immediately, still on his feet, working the left side. Denver Warren again. And holy cow, somebody, tell you what, Alexander Ruth got his helmet ripped off. That flew up higher than some balls.
Oh, I'm glad it wasn't his head.
Well, and by rule, you have to leave the field for a play.
That was bizarre.
It really was. But you got to think the defender got his hand on his face mask or the helmet somehow. That's unnatural, to put it nicely.
I was actually, during the timeout, going to call NASA to see if I could figure out how that possibly could have happened, but
a frustrated defender, I would think, is how that happens. From the shotgun, Murray's on a roll to the right side, still running, gets rid of it, intercepted on the near sideline. That is a big play for the Aurora defense.
well, that's one there where Murray wishes he had it back. Could have just run the ball and really limited the damage, but decided to throw it late, and it was a nice play there by number 7. I believe that's Zachary Jacobson with the interception.
Yes, it was.
That's a big play here as we talk about momentum.
In high school football, momentum, such a huge factor. I believe that's Little on the carry.
Trayvon.
But, and Jim, we talk about this often. So many times that momentum is turned on big plays, on special teams and turnovers. And certainly, we talked about that very pivotal second quarter for the Geneva Vikings with the touchdown saving tackle, then the long drive, extending their lead. And then they came out here in the third quarter and they were marching.
West Aurora hasn't had a lot of luck in running the ball in the middle of the field. Maybe they look like a number 30 in Geneva might be a little shaken up there. And there is an official timeout. Number 30 there, Kevin Gray, showing a little bit of discomfort there, and the whistle is going to force him to come to the sideline.
It's grabbing his side. That's either, I'm thinking he got a shot in the ribs or a hip pointer. It's a little bit higher, though. It's probably a rib. Let's hope he's okay. Tamaru in the flat to Buchanan. Look at the speed there. Across the 40 and pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, he's gonna pick up a nice first down there. And as I had mentioned before, the running up the middle hasn't been real successful. West Aurora, with the speed they have, may have to spread the field out a little bit and then maybe come back with something up the middle after you do that. But that was a nicely executed play there. And one of the better thrown balls I've seen by Tamaru, as he has had his struggles throwing the football in the first half.
Caused largely by the pressure by the Viking defense. This is Little up the middle, running hard, picking up a few.
West Aurora getting a little bit of momentum here. They need a sustained drive with points. I mean, the disappointment from that long run not turning into points really hurt them in the first half as Geneva turned around and scored 2 touchdowns right after that.
Exactly.
And changed the entire complexion of the football game.
Thus far, which makes this series for the Blackhawk offense all the more important. Great penetration by the Viking defense. Tamaru does well to hold on to the ball.
Daniel Majewski with a, I don't know, somebody might have called him on his cell phone during, and given him that play call, because he was, actually, he was there before the running back was, and fortunate, really, for West Aurora not to turn the ball over.
Yeah, great job by Tamaru. He reverse pivot with setting up a counter or a reverse of some sort, but Majewski, as you said, timed that blitz perfectly and nearly stole the ball. Tamaru dumps it here, but that's a very short gain. But I believe we are going to have yardage added on. This is either a holding penalty or roughing the passer.
And I believe it is going to be roughing the passer.
Oh, wow.
And that is a disciplined play. The ball was already out of his hand. There's no need to go near him. And those are the types of plays that can change a football game at any level. I mean, you see it at any level. A personal foul.
They would have had 4th and 10. Now they've got 1st and 10 from the Vikings.
Yeah,
they would have had
changes.
4th and 10 from their 40.
Yeah.
Now they've got 1st and 10 from the Viking 40.
From a punting situation into you're in business.
And marching. This is Salter working the near side through the second level out near the first down marker.
Yeah, both their running backs are very upright runners, and it's sort of a throwback look for me, sort of to maybe a different generation, that guys are just almost like an Eric Dickerson looking style of run.
I see the analogy, but you're right. Both he and Denotland, both very upright. But I tell you what, between those two and then the speed of Buchanan, the power of Little, he's got 4 very good running backs. And that's Little up the middle. Reminds me of our old friend Tom Flanders, and he used to have the expression, quite a little. Finally, I'm like, is that a little or a lot? It's a lot.
Yeah. Quite a little.
So now in 32's pounding the rock up the middle. That's quite a little. Looks like they got some sort of question here on the spot.
Did he lose his mouth guard or a contact? I don't know. There was something missing.
Oh, yeah, he did have to go to the sideline and took his helmet off. May have been an ear pad or something. Buchanan tackled for a big loss. Number 30, Kevin Gray, forced out of action, 4 plays earlier with an apparent rib injury. Boy, he's feeling better, huh?
Yeah, that was a nice penetration, and the speed of number 9 there, Jaquan Buchanan, not a factor when you get that kind of penetration into the backfield. Fine defensive play, and it backs up West Aurora.
You know, he's a pretty lean to be lining up at outside linebacker, but that's what he's playing, and he's playing with the Fury. This is Denotland down the left sideline. You talk about that upright running style, but also the high step and the pure athleticism that's just so evident.
Geneva very fortunate to just get a pad on him to knock him out of bounds, because he was heading for pay dirt there. And again, that may have been a huge touchdown saving. It wasn't a tackle, he just brushed him really.
And pushed him out of bounds just in time, otherwise he would have been in. Tamaru from the pistol. Denotland hit deep in the backfield, cannot get back to the line of scrimmage. 5 Viking defenders swarming him down and corralling him in.
Tried to go back to the same identical play, and Geneva wasn't having anything of it, and Denault has to come out of the game.
I love the way the Viking defense is really getting after it. Majewski blew up a play on a blitz, and then they're bringing Gray off the corner on the outside blitz as well. This is Little. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Now, is it Tittle or Little? Yeah, because it looks like Tittle on the roster, which rhymes with Little, by the way, Larry.
Forgive me, Trevon. Tittle.
Tittle is not Little.
No, he's not. This is Denotland. Good positive gain up the middle.
It's going to bring up a 4th down here. West Aurora needs some magic here, as Geneva.
Biggest play of the game.
Yeah, no doubt. Geneva has come up big on defense. Again, another touchdown-saving play by Geneva is the difference in this football game.
It's an excellent point, Jim. So they are going for it. 4th and 4 from the Viking 10-yard line. Tamaru, deep drop, screen pass deflected. Great defensive stand by the home team. And again, Jim, great point by you to just push Denotland out of bounds. Otherwise, he would have been in. And then the defense stood from there.
And it just was not a good play by Tamaru. He dropped back. He was going to throw a little screen play, and he threw it right into the defender. I don't know what he was expecting to happen there, but he hasn't been impressive on his throws tonight at all.
Well, and that, in my opinion, goes to pressure by the D-line and the linebackers coming. Now, the mechanic portion of that was he didn't get his feet set. Is this going to be a legal substitution? Too many men on the field? So the Vikings are pushed back another 5 yards.
No flag.
Huh.
They've done a lot of waving of flags off tonight.
That's at least the second, if not the third one. Well, but see, the illegal substitution call comes from having 12 men in the huddle. But when I think they realized not the case. Looks like Tam's in the tailback position of the power I. Right up the middle. Picks up a few.
I sense Geneva is going to break a long run here. I don't know why, but they have been just, really grinding the ball. And, unfortunately, the quarterback made a mistake on that last drive, but something is going to give here. And West Aurora's defense has been on the field a long time tonight.
Well, and you talked about Tamaru struggling getting the ball off, some of the mechanics issues. So Bobby Murray certainly had the upper hand as far as quarterback to quarterback, and great job by the D to pick him up after that interception. Now he's on the run up the middle, scrambling. Brought down around the line of scrimmage.
Smothered.
He actually picked up more than I thought, but it's
Fabian Barth Alonso with the smother tackle.
Yes.
Fabian checking in at 6'1", 285.
It's a whole lot of Rosie.
And he's the small guy on the defensive line.
We're at 20 seconds left to play here in this third quarter that has just literally flown by. Third down, tailback, Tams hit and will not pick it up. And as they turn it around, the Vikings will have to punt into the wind. That a timeout was granted with 1 second left to play in the third quarter.
By the way, no punter.
We're debating, are they punting or not? So that's interesting. And watch for a hard count. Quick count, give to the tailback. You talk about confidence in your O-line. It's all about the spot here.
Looks like he's got it.
It's not about the base. It's all about the spot.
You're going to have to measure that. He's got it.
We shall see. I told you so.
First down.
By a nose. That was a gutsy call. And we'll conclude 3 quarters of play. We're going to turn it around, bringing you the fourth quarter after this. You're on TV 17.
Ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Here to start the fourth quarter, the home team, Geneva Vikings, maintain their 11-point lead by a score of 17-6. First and 10 from their own 21. Tams again.
Troy Tams, the ball carrier, brought down by Gutierrez.
Boy, I tell you what, Jim, we talked about it at length, but very, very impressed with this O-line, the overall team play by this well-coached Rob Wysinski team, and also let's give credit to the coach. He showed huge confidence in his guys going for it. In particular, there, 4th and 1 from your own 20.
He's coaching like it's a must-win.
Murray out of the shotgun, rolling left, pressured and sacked. That's the big guy, Denver Warren.
That was about 600 pounds coming down on Murray there.
Yeah, you got 295 from the right end and 300 from the left end. Whole lot of Rosie.
So West Aurora actually have the wind at their back in this fourth quarter. West Aurora hasn't been able to stop Geneva though, so let's see what happens there.
That's exactly what it's coming down to.
All right, now we might actually see the punt team, but Murray's staying in there. They are not, well, unless he's the punter.
Yeah, you were saying they don't have a punter. I believe it is Bobby Murray and Buchanan dropping back.
They won't punt it to him, though. This will be a punt straight to the sideline. No, they are going to kick it to him. Surprising.
Fields it at the 47, made the first guy miss. He's across the 40 on the run, still on his feet.
Another touchdown saving tackle.
Inside the 20. Holy cow.
Kicked it to him. Absolutely shocked at that.
May not have been the intent. It almost reminds me of the Bears last weekend when they should have punted away.
You have to kick the ball out of bounds there. You know the weapons that they have, and especially in the open field.
He shows great speed and elusiveness. This is the ball boy.
The ball boy, there's going to be a penalty on Geneva. Too many men on the field as the ball boy scurries to the sideline.
That was awesome. I hope Terry got that. Tittle, don't call me little. Tackled for a loss.
Yeah. Geneva's defensive line absolutely dominating on that play.
I wonder if there's a YA in his family tree.
Oh, good Lord.
Perhaps not.
Yeah, I would say maybe 3 people in the viewing audience are going to know what that reference was.
Buchanan on the jet sweep off the inside handoff. Dragged down about the 12.
Coming back.
The man in the white hat threw it again.
A holding play 100 yards away from the play. That is unbelievable.
So, you know, in the Westerns, the good guy wears a white hat. Well, in football, it's the bad guy wearing a white hat, I guess, for Geneva.
Absolutely amazing. 100 miles away from the play, and he calls a holding call.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It was thrown at the right tackle, right end. It was a jet sweep here to the left side.
Just, I mean, that's ridiculous. But West Aurora shooting themselves in the foot again.
Tamaru on a rollout, pressured, made a man miss, on the run.
That's interference.
And the flag comes down.
Easy call there. He pushed the guy out of the way.
The home fans do not agree with you, James.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Facing the ball, going for the ball. But yeah, he impeded the receiver.
You're incorrect on this one. But so he's sort of going the wrong way here. Is that not an automatic first down?
I believe it is.
Yeah, I don't think it is. It's not automatic.
I don't understand the spot.
Well, they did that from the line of scrimmage.
Okay, no, you're right. Okay, now I do.
Not the spot of the foul. So.
You're right. Tamaru on a roll to the left, looking to the end zone. Buchanan out of bounds.
Yep. You actually have to get it, throw the ball in the field of play to score. The last time I checked.
It was actually one of his better passes from a mechanics and a spiral standpoint, but with the wind at his back,
that was just 5 yards out of bounds.
It sailed. So now the Blackhawks are looking at 3rd and 7 from the Viking 15.
Yeah. You're better off throwing that ball to him on a little, like in the flat, and letting him do the work.
Yeah, let him be an athlete and make a play. I agree. Tittle up the middle. Still on his feet. Picks up the middle. First down.
Trayvon Tittle. Nice run.
Yeah, I think we just stumbled upon something there, Jim.
Good job by the offensive line there, but it was really Tittle's ability to make a second effort there to gain the extra yards.
If I was calling plays, you know what I would call? Tittle up the middle.
Yep.
Again.
It's hard to stop.
1st and goal from the 3. And that is the call.
And he's in.
Touchdown, Blackhawks. So now, do you go for 2? I believe you do.
Well, they don't have a kicker, so I think that's their only choice at this point. And you know what my call is here? Tittle up the middle.
You know, I think...
the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, but you're all the way back to the 3. I'd be surprised.
Uh-oh, Tittle's not there.
You got Buchanan from the Wildcat.
And Alton.
Buchanan keeps it, working the right side.
And he's in.
And he is in. We got a ball game, folks. Vikings 17, Blackhawks 14.
He is
back after this.
shifty.
TV 17.
Kubota's Orange Opportunity Sales event is going on now at your local Kubota dealer. Our Z700 series combines strength and stability with powerful transmissions, terrain-hugging wide-stance rear tires, and a low center of gravity. The professional-grade industrial-strength Z700 series will help you get the job done right every time. Now, during our Orange Opportunity Sales event, get 0 down and 0% financing for up to 48 months. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Tell you what, high school football fans, this has truly been our pleasure to bring you this last regular season game of the year. And I'll tell you what, Jim, right when we thought West Aurora was out of it, they found a way to come back and score and get the 2. Line drive kick, fielded and covered at the 35-yard line. This is going to go down to the wire.
Yep. Oh, it's really going to end up being At this stage of the game, it's a 3-point game. Can West Aurora stop Geneva? That's really what this is going to boil down to.
No doubt
Because
about
they've
it.
shown on offense they have some weapons, West Aurora.
Right.
Geneva is more of a traditional, we're going to grind it out and run it up the gut. Can West Aurora stop it? Because they can grind it out here.
They can ground and pound, we call it in Fight Club. Boy, and Troy Tams has been the workhorse. In the first half, it was really Riley Waldock doing everything, from fullback, from tailback, kicking a field goal, and on and on and on. But this, the second half, it has largely been Troy Tams. And again, credit to the Geneva offensive line. They have dominated those big guys.
They're really firing out, and you can see that on every play that they are making the initial contact and driving guys out of the way.
This is Waldock picking up 4. Tell you what, you get 3.5, 4 yards every time. That's money in the bank.
Yeah, that's a solid 5 is the way they're marking it.
You joked at how few people would have got reference to my YA tittle reference. But even as few would probably, recognize 3.5 yards in a cloud of dust. When's the last time you heard that expression? Nobody's got a cloud of dust. You got field turf. You also have a dominant ground game by the home team here. Tams, now he was hit hard in the backfield. Short gain, but he's still got a few.
Yeah, Tams took a shot there, but shows no ill effects from that. Pops right up. He got drilled.
I think that was number 11, another of the Blackhawk captains, Evan Mackey.
Coming up from the linebacker spot.
Yeah, on a beautiful linebacker run blitz. 3rd and 3. This is what football's all about. Right here, 6:40 left to play. Power eye right. Murray's going to pass. Fade is open. And just tipped away at the last second.
That was spectacular. Number 83.
Tavares Cheeks.
The Cheekster makes an unbelievable touchdown-saving defensive play. It's 4-down territory here. They're going to have to come up with another stop here.
Jim, you think they're going to punt?
Negative. Although he is back a little further than he was.
Interesting. So, yeah, Murray in a deep shotgun formation. Pooch punt? Yes.
And
nobody's back?
Nobody back.
Coach Wasinski played field position.
West Aurora did not believe that Geneva was going to punt the football, and they chose not to have anybody back. Interesting call. 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wow. Very surprised.
I believe that was, that was the first real defensive stand for this West Aurora Blackhawk defense thus far. Could not have come at a more opportune time. Here come the Blackhawks. Tamaroo in a pistol formation from their own 18-yard line. Denotland up the middle. Breaking through to the secondary, across the 35. Look at the speed. All the way out, stays on his feet, and he is in for a score. 82 yards, no flags anywhere. Touchdown, Blackhawks. You're going to see him playing at the next level.
I got to believe some colleges are drooling over this kid. You put a few pounds on him, you cannot. I'm sorry, speed kills. And the angle of pursuit, actually, Geneva had 2 guys with the angle of pursuit, and he just said, I'm by you.
He said he put the hammer down, pedal to the metal. And the
Well, they
point
made
after
contact that time.
is good. Blackhawks 21, Vikings 17. We're not done. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
If you've ever broken down on the road before, you know how frustrating that can be, especially if you're out in an unfamiliar area. At Westside Truck Center, we're here to help. If you can't get your truck to us, we can help get it here for you. From standard maintenance to heavy repair service, we can handle just about any job. With 2 locations to serve you, you're never far from high-quality repair. Our Marengo Service Center is located on Route 20 Grand Highway near I-90, and our Elburn Service Center is located on Main Street just east of Route 47. We also sell what we work on. If you're in need of parts, talk to our parts department. We sell both new and used truck parts. If you're looking for a new truck, we have a large inventory of trucks to choose from. We sell vans, box trucks, flatbeds, cab chassis for custom bodies, both single axle and tandem axle tractors, and many more. Give us a call at either location, stop by, or check us out online. Westside Truck Center, your transportation experts.
Welcome back to Burgess Field here in Geneva, Illinois. The hometown fans have been silenced by an 82-yard Cameron Denotland touchdown run. Blackhawks take the lead, but we are not done yet. Kickoff return well right up the middle, all the way out to the 30-yard line. Just over 6 minutes left to play. Still just shaking our head saying, oh my, that is the most electric touchdown run I have seen in a long time. Now the Vikings have the ball. 6 minutes to play. Tams grinding. Picks up a few.
Yeah, they really need to get an established drive here, and 6 points will win the football game if they can wind the clock down here. They do need a touchdown to win the football game at this point.
The lead is 4. That is correct. Murray fakes and rolls to the left, pressured from the backside, gets rid of it. That's Riley. Saw a lot of that there in that hurry-up offense to close out the second quarter, Jim.
Geez, I thought he had the first down easy, and they're marking it a little bit short. Yeah, he looked
so hard to see when it's clear across the other side of the field, and their backs are to us.
Short.
Very short. But it's all relative and important. Now, the Vikings did use a timeout earlier, so they've only got 2 timeouts left. High formation right. Quarterback keep. Picks up the first down. So now they're taking off in their own 43. Plenty of time left to play. Murray's in a shotgun formation. He's rolling here to the near side on the run. Just out of reach for number 8, Temple, the intended receiver. So you got exactly 5 minutes and 2 timeouts. So really time's not a factor. I mean, effectively we saw that hurry-up offense with that last score in the second quarter, Jim. But now they're looking at second and long, and I
would
don't know
stick to the game plan. I mean, you've been dominating with the runs up the middle and the misdirection runs. Stick with it.
Waldeck from the tailback's position.
There you go.
Still driving. That's a good call by you and Coach Wasinski. They call that dancing with your date. Sticking with your game plan. Quickly to the line they go. Flag goes down. A very good quick call by the Vikings. They caught the Blackhawks in a defensive substitution, and the 12th man did not get off the field.
Yep, it's going to be too many dudes on the turf.
Free 5 yards. And Geneva says, we'll take it. Or did the run actually pick up more than 5? Perhaps they're debating.
I think I got a leaker.
And that is the case. The run resulted in more than the 5 yards.
They must have, no, they took the penalty, right? Or did they decline it?
They took the yards.
Interesting.
Well, you know, it is because...
First and 5.
Yeah, I agree. I would take 1st and 5 over 2nd and 4. Pernenko from the fullback position out near the first down and pick up the first down. You feel the confidence coming back, I think, Jim, as they're going back to what they do best. Riley grinding it out. You know, Tams had a little bit more of a slash to him, but Walduck really shows the power from a running style, in my opinion. Both were effective, but they're going with Walduck primarily here on this possession. Power eye right. Here comes a blitz. Give was to the second fullback, Cole Campbell.
Cole Campbell, the ball carrier.
And this is going to be a really big 3rd down. Look for the Blackhawks to bring a run blitz. I know I would, because they're not stopping it otherwise. Play action pass. Murray on a roll to his right. Pushed out of bounds. Will not get the first down. And will stop the clock with 3:21 here in the 4th.
That's going to bring up a 4th and about 6, as he lost about a yard on that. And play of the ball game, is that too much, you think? Or?
No, that is absolutely the case. And you got to think they're going to be going to the air. Murray from the shotgun, straight drop, looking right, complete. Nice pass and catch. Ian Hansen, who else? Who do you go to in a clutch moment but a senior captain? And he tippy-toed that sideline. Clutch pass and catch, Jim.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad defense. It was just an excellent offensive play. I mean, the guy was there. He was where he should be.
Yeah, very simply said, executed.
Yeah, it was an excellent offensive play.
Walduck, power eye right, from the tail, working the left side. Dragged down by Buchanan.
Yeah.
Wow, and look at the athletes we've got going both ways, making big plays.
He's not only a stud on offense, the kid can tackle too.
Well, and Ian Hansen playing both ways, making big plays on both sides of the ball. We're inside of 3 minutes now. 2nd and 9 from the Aurora, 14. Walduck from the power eye working the
And guess
right
who?
side.
Buchanan again.
Oh, man.
He's obviously spying Waldock. I mean, they probably said, Jaquan, don't let that guy beat us. And he was on both sides of the play. I mean, he made the tackle on the far side and then on the near side. So he's following him wherever he goes.
Great defensive call if, in fact, that is what they're doing. Conventional I formation. Murray on a roll to the end zone. Hansen, touchdown. Same play. They picked up the first down. Little Sugar. Roll out right. Complete. And again, it was defended, but executed better. Touchdown, Vikings. Best game of the year, by far, bar none, and we ain't done, folks. Point after is good. It's a 3-point lead for the home team. Geneva, 24. West Aurora, 21. Back after this.
20 years, Pegs on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Pegs on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Welcome back to Burgess Field. Last game of the year is the game of the year. Vikings need to hold on to win and make the playoffs. Converting on a pass from Bobby Murray to Ian Hansen, just getting in the corner of the end zone. Same play that extended the drive on fourth down, putting the Vikings out to a 24-21 lead. Waldock kicks it deep, fielded about the 10. This is the dangerous one to Notlin, across the 40, across midfield, still on his feet all the way down to the 35-yard line.
An ultimate return brought down
Mr. Dangerous, Jim, you were saying?
I don't know, man. Why do they kick it to him?
Down at Oak Park Avenue, we kept outgrowing the venue.
Flag down, sideline warning. Just that, a warning. Oh my, is that guy electric?
He is dynamic as you can get in high school. And you know what's funny is last year they had two running backs brothers that were absolutely phenomenal. No one could stop them. They were undefeated and finally lost to Maine South. But again, they come up with another bunch of stable of running backs, really.
It's incredible. Notlin dotting the I in the pistol, fumbles the handoff. Just did cover it, but that hurts. Clock is running.
Oh, and he's injured.
Slow to get up.
Yeah, he's injured.
And
yeah, he's injured. Something bad happened there.
He's going to limp off, but it will be an injury timeout, and he's going to have to sit out of play.
I'm sorry, Larry. I hope it's just a cramp.
Love fried food, but the problem is it's fried in oil. Lots and lots of oil. And that means added calories. But what if you could eat the fried foods you love with little to no oil, without the guilt, and without the extra calories, but still have that great taste? Imagine mountains of piping hot French fries, crisp, snap-apart onion rings, golden fried chicken wings, guilt-free. Introducing the Power Air Fryer XL, the 6-in-1 revolutionary kitchen miracle with one-touch technology that fries with superheated cyclonic air, with little to no oil and up to 80% less fat.
We're so sure you're going to love your Power Air Fryer XL. You can try it risk-free in your home for 60 days. If you don't absolutely love it, send it back for a refund, no questions asked.
This special offer will end without notice, so you must call or go online right now.
To order, go 1-800-384-1549 or go to powerairfryer.com. This offer is not available in stores, so don't delay. Call now.
I think it may have just it's a twisted ankle. It's not a cramp. See if he can walk it off, get back in for a play or two. Loss of yardage, 2nd and 14 from the Geneva 39. Tamaru complete. Rodgers on the reception.
If I were West Aurora, I'd throw a little flare pass to Buchanan. Try to get him some space. Just get him in the flat and let him do his thing.
Let him make a play. We're going to take a quick timeout and breathe. You do the same, but don't go away.
A long weekend is just an excuse to get a long way from boring. With models up to 62 horsepower or room for 4. Go rugged. Go big. Go Gator.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers in Hampshire. We have 3 other locations to serve you: Harvard, Wakanda, and Libertyville.
1:14 left to play. West Aurora from the Geneva 34-yard line. Buchanan dotting the I in the pistol formation. Tamaru looking and throwing. Rodgers is overthrown. There's 1:08 left to play, but it all comes down to this. If you don't pick up first down on 4th and 9, it's over. Visiting West Aurora Blackhawks trailing by 3. Tamaru from the shotgun with time, looking left, wide open, touchdown. Moshe Rodgers, touchdown, but are there flags? There's whistles. What's going on? I thought I saw a clean field. Oh.
You've got it.
What's the call?
Illegal receiver downfield.
Ineligible man downfield?
Ineligible man downfield is the call.
So an apparent game-winning or touchdown called back due to ineligible lineman downfield, phantom of a call. 4th and 15, Tamaru on a roll to the right, again to the end zone. Buchanan!
He's got it!
Oh my gosh, he hung on! Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! Holy cow! You said they didn't have a 4th and 9 play or 4th and 14 play. He rolled right.
Well,
the defender, he split 2 of them, juggled,
flags
and
on the
hung
field,
down.
so I don't know what that is going to be. Is that going to be unsportsmanlike?
And Tamaru has struggled. The Viking defense put lots of pressure on him. So the point after is good. So the lead is 4. Vikings need a touchdown.
Football.
But Jaquan Buchanan hung on in the end zone. Wow. Prevent wins. Murray to Hansen. It's going to be there. And that's what he's got. Murray fumbles the snap from the gun. Running to the sideline. Pushed out of bounds. Straight drop over the middle, complete. Fighting for their playoff lives, literally here. Murray steps out of bounds, stops the clock. Clock burned. Murray, straight drop from the gun, looking over the middle. Hansen again, complete about the 16. Trailing by 4, they need a touchdown. Murray to Hansen.
At least 3 shots.
If they throw it. Hansen, no. Krieger stops short.
He's not
Tries
out of
to
bounds.
reach it out of bounds, but he's in bounds. And that is the game. Short pass completed to number 81, Jack Krieger. He was hit, and as he fell, he reached